You're watching KOMO News.
Flooding from the first round of heavy rain already causing problems. Rescues made after cars were stuck in flooded waters. Several area roads are now closed. A mudslide mess on I-90 this morning, shutting down part of the highway while crews work to clean it all up and get that road reopened. The flooding and mudslide problems foreshadowing a second atmospheric river headed our way. This storm bringing more heavy rain across our area. First at 11 o'clock, it is another weather-worn day. Flooding already creating problems around western Washington with water rescues and roads closed. Several area rivers are now under flood warnings. All of this as we brace for the arrival of a second atmospheric river. You can see from the weather satellite here in the radar what is headed our way, and it all happens tonight. We have team coverage on this weather-worn day. Chief Meteorologist Shannon O'Donnell is tracking that incoming second storm from the Weather Center. But we begin with KOMO's Natalie Fahmy, who is live in Snohomish County, where flooding has already led to people being trapped in their cars. Natalie?
That's right. I'm here on Ben Howard Road in Monroe. You can see there is a road closed sign behind me. I'll step out of the way. You can see the road is still flooded, and it's gone down considerably since 7 a.m. There were 2 cars stuck in the water less than 30 minutes ago. One just got towed out after about 4 hours, but drivers tell me it's been a long morning.
So it's been about 2 hours now, still trying to get here.
Sam from Snohomish County talked to me at about 9 this morning, 2 hours behind his regular schedule, getting to work at a farm in Monroe. He says he tried at least 3 different routes.
There's always a way around. This is the first time that there's no solution that I can see at the moment. He's lived in the area for 24 years and says it's never been so bad, with another weather system on the way. Before Sam got to Ben Howard Road in Monroe this morning, at about 6 a.m., this red car got stuck. The person inside did not want to be on camera, but he says driving in the dark, he didn't notice the water until it was too late. Later in the morning, another car drove around the barriers and got their Jeep stuck in water. In Pierce County, Fire and Rescue was reminding drivers never to drive around barriers on a flooded road and never walk through flooded water either. They say 6 inches of fast-moving water can knock over an adult. It only takes a foot to carry away a car. Sam says he hopes roadways clear up soon. It's frustrating because I got goats, chickens, sheep that need to be fed and taken care of, and it's only supposed to get worse.
Again, this road has been closed for most of the morning now. The water level is going down and cars are being towed out. But I will note the road is still closed. Again, Ben Howard Road in Monroe still closed with water flooding part of the roadway. Even though the water level is going down, it is still too much to drive through, and officials strongly urge drivers not to go around those signs. Live in Monroe, I'm Natalie Fahmy, KOMO News.
Well, now to Skagit County, there is a flood warning in effect right now for the Skagit River near Concrete. The area already seeing water over some roadways. Sheriff's deputies are out now checking roads from Cedro-Woolley to Mount Vernon and downstream. They will post any road closure warning signs as needed. Mount Vernon's mayor has declared an emergency. That city has a relatively new flood wall. It was tested during record flooding in 2021 when the Skagit crested at an historic high at 37 feet 4 inches. Well, the wall worked. This week, the Skagit's forecast to crest at 34 feet and then again at 36 feet. The emergency declaration now means an emergency operations center is open. Jen Rogers, communications manager for Skagit County Emergency Management, had this to say.
Please turn around to any road closure signs that you might see. If you are in a commonly flooded area, so if you've had your property flooded in 2021 or 2023 during those flooding events, please be prepared and watch for those weather alerts to show when the water is coming through your area.
Rogers says it's important for people in common flooding areas to watch for any evacuation orders and to have a go bag ready. She urged people with livestock or other animals to have a plan in place. King County has also declared an emergency due to rising rivers. Overnight, the Snoqualmie River reached a flood phase 3. County flood alerts say moderate flooding is expected in low-lying areas throughout the Snoqualmie Valley. While Carnation is a community with a lot of experience dealing with extreme weather events like this, city leaders are urging people to take no chances. The city manager warns drivers some roads may become impassable. Do not attempt to go around those road closure signs.
If roadways have water overtopping them, please do not travel on those roadways. Be careful, take another route.
The Snoqualmie River could see another surge later this week, so the weather alerts will remain in place. Now to Pierce County, where the Puyallup River is running fast right now. The river reached flood stage early this morning east of Ording. At that time, the river was at 11.5 feet. Many people across western Washington had to be rescued from their cars because of the flooding. Pierce County Public Information Officer Carly Capetto talked about how the sheriff's office has been preparing for this extreme weather.
We've opened command centers with all of our search and rescue, ropes courses, swift water teams, our dive teams. Everybody is ready to go. Our equipment is ready to go. We have stations collaborating and partnering with the fire stations as well as the emergencies are coming up.
The river is expected to continue to rise throughout the week. And that second atmospheric river that we've been talking about heading our way, it'll bring a lot more rain than the first one. It will start pushing in tonight. Chief Meteorologist Shannon O'Donnell is tracking it now from the Weather Center. And Shannon, a long list of rivers now under the flood warnings.
Yeah, a huge list. Nearly 24 waterways here in western Washington, still with some type of flood warning in place, and more to come, as you said, because surge 1 pushing out of here, sinking to the south toward Oregon. The second round still due in the next few hours, especially after dark later tonight. So some steady, heavy rain, at least by our standards, still in the works. That will be the biggest issue. But of course, for many of us dealing with flooding, either the river version or just the urban flooding. Lots of big puddles out there again, just coming down today, but expected to grow again tonight around some of those clogged up storm drains. Mudslides going to be more numerous as we continue to saturate that soil and bring in even more rain, and the gusty winds along with this next atmospheric river too. So where is it? Right now you can see most of the rain has been able to slide to the south toward Oregon, but another big fetch of moisture diving deep into the subtropics, and that will push across the Pacific right into the Pacific Northwest later tonight. For the short term, we have cooled down and calmed down. Nice to see temperatures back into the 40s. That is truly where we belong this time of year, but yesterday we were well into the 50s with that record rainfall in some locations, including Olympia. Now the rain sliding south of Olympia, but building back later tonight. So there is still that overall flood watch in place for western Washington, western Oregon, and parts of eastern Washington for that matter as well. That just means that flooding is possible, but when you up things into a flood warning, that means that flooding is either already occurring or is about to. And as Kelly noted, so many rivers that are currently under flood warnings. Some of them are considered major, including the Snoqualmie, the Carbon, and the Puyallup rivers under that major flood warning right now. But as we head into the next couple of hours, we go from the drier break we've been enjoying to warmer, wetter weather after dark tonight. The rain starting to kick in just in time for the evening commute. And Kelly, once again, when we turn that faucet on, we'll struggle to turn it back off for about another 12 to 24 hours in some locations. So a second round of flooding. We'll talk more about that second surge the rivers are going to experience as well coming up in my next forecast.
All right, we will check back, Shannon. Thank you. A mudslide shut down the eastbound lanes of I-90 near North Bend for several hours early this morning. You can see that mess that the crews had to clean up this morning. The mudslide happened sometime around midnight. The closure snarled traffic overnight and impacted part of the morning commute. Workers had that road back open at about 5:45 this morning. Last night, emergency crews rescued 2 people trapped by floodwaters near the Skykomish in Snohomish County. The 2 called for help just before 9 p.m. from a campsite near Levee Road on the south side of US 2 between Startup and Gold Bar. Using drones and water rescue craft, fire crews reached that couple and got them to safety at around 9:45 p.m. Crews say both were alert and talking to fire crews, thankfully. This is the time you want to be armed with the KOMO weather app. You can get alerts straight to your phone by downloading the KOMO News app. Also keep us pinned at KOMOnews.com, X, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube for up-to-the-minute weather, traffic, and breaking news reports. New